Councilmember Hoffman, Councilmember Newton, Mayor Pro Tem Bash,
Yes.
Mayor Hanna.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimous.
Okay, with that, I'm gonna hand this gavel to Kevin, and God hopes he don't hit anybody with it.
Sanitizer? What are you getting up for?
I'm going over here.
Oh, I see.
Did you read the agenda? No.
You knew there was going to be a test.
All right. Well, he left the dais. That's good. Stay in your seat. So at this moment, am I on? We're going to do the issuance of oath of office, presentation of certificates of election and oath of office to be administered to Catherine Ulliman, Robin Grunmeyer, and Ted Hoffman. John, call you to administer the oath of office. Councilmember Robin Grunmeyer.
That's a cheat sheet.
Thanks.
I, Robin Grunmeyer,
I, Robin Grunmeyer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Andy?
All right, thank you.
Matt, are you taking photos? Who's taking photos? IT. Sheesh, gotta watch him every second. Why don't you get in the photo, Andy and John?
Yeah, me neither.
Thank you.
John, if you'll. I see she read the, very good. John, if you will now do Mr. Hoffman. That's a good idea.
I, Ted Hoffman,
I, Ted Hoffman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
will bear truth, faith, and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon which I'm about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you, John.
Oh, shit, I just signed here.
Oh, Matt, you're going to be up in a second.
Don't-
Yeah,
You
signed.
did okay?
Yes.
Okay, you were saying this one
One's
too,
good,
didn't you?
yeah. you.
Like always.
Ted, here's your certificate of Come on, John. They didn't read the script.
I try to avoid pictures at all costs.
Catherine, could you come forward?
And I, Catherine Alleman,
I, Catherine Alleman,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the United States, or of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which
that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Councilwoman.
Congratulations and welcome to the City
Picture.
Council.
Thank you so much, Andy.
We're now going to take a 5-minute break to sort of reorganize. the council to officials at every level come and go. That's see. Some retire, some are defeated at the polls, and others are term limited. Most are politely remembered for their accomplishments and their efforts to leave their city, state, or country a better place than when they arrived. In the best of situations, a departing official's work will be an inspiration for his or her successor. But in most cases, the transition is uneventful. However, once in a great while, there's somebody whose shoes, or should I say boots, are so big that they're impossible to fill. You, Berwyn, are one of those rare individuals that can never be replaced and will always be missed.
Berwyn, you are the true personification of Norco. Your individual qualities mirror the qualities of our great community. You're one of a kind and independent, just like Norco. Your word can always be depended on. You never forget your friends and your neighbors, or any horse in need, and you cherish the Horsetown USA lifestyle. If Norco wore a pair of boots and a hat, it would be you, Berwyn, and for 13 years, you remain true to the values of this community. Your devoted efforts have made achievements like the George Ingalls Event Center right here, the Veterans Memorial Plaza, National Day of the American Cowboy, and NART, integral parts of the community we all love. And your understated, dignified leadership has always been admired.
And like Norco, you are also humble. Our city is not arrogant, pompous, or self-centered, and our values are expressed softly but firmly, without compromise, just like you, Berwyn. Because of that, you were always one of the best ambassadors for our city on regional boards and at state or national conferences. When people met Berwyn Hanna, they got to know Norco and all it stands for. And one of the most important things Norco stands for is integrity, which has been your signature throughout these many years. Whether our council agree or disagree on various issues, your colleagues have never doubted that your position was one of integrity.
Your seat on City Council is being filled by another individual who is committed to serving Norco and will work hard for the benefit of all residents. However, even in your absence, Berwyn, you will continue to be a silent presence on the dais, guiding us all to reflect on the Norconian values that are so natural to you. You will undoubtedly be missed, but your legacy, a better Norco, will prevail. You have contributed to a city that is now financially secure, more committed to its large lot animal keeping lifestyle, dedicated to its youth, seniors, and nonprofit community. And, quite simply, a better place to live, work, and raise a family. Your imprint is all over town, Berwyn. You will never be forgotten because of your contributions to this community. Your colleagues on the City Council and your constituents are not the only people who have experienced your integrity, dedication, or humor. In your many regional board assignments and visits to city facilities, you have made quite the impression. And although we are limited in how we can congratulate you on your retirement, many people from organizations around our city, county, and state want to express their gratitude and appreciation for your service to Norco.
Hello, Mr. Mayor. On behalf of our Norco team of employees, I want to congratulate you on your retirement from the Norco City Council. I also want to thank you for 13 years of dedicated service to Norco residents. During your 13 years tenure here in the city of Norco, we were able to accomplish a lot because of your support and your integrity on the city council. We were able to build a financially resilient city based on your support for major economic development projects and your support for restructuring the way we provide city services to the residents. In addition to that, during your tenure here at the city of Norco, we started and completed many infrastructure projects, and that is because of your leadership here on the city council. Most importantly, what we'll remember about you is the way you walked and respected all city employees, and because of that, I developed a very cordial working relationship with you. We all appreciate that. We also appreciate the fact that you cared, you stopped by frequently here at City Hall or at other city facilities just to check on how employees are doing. Again, we are very appreciative of that. We want to wish you well on your retirement. We want you to stay safe. We want you to stay healthy, and we want you to keep in touch. And we hope we can live up to the standard of excellence that you have set here at the city of Norco.
Hi, Berwin. Jeff Ike and Scott Lane here. We want to congratulate you on your retirement for many years of commitment to this, not only the city of Norco, all the residents, all the support you provided to public safety. In short words, Berwin, we're going to miss you. You've taught and trained us all on how to be professionals, to do the right thing, community first. And like I said, we're going to miss you. We wish you the best of luck in your retirement. And please don't be a stranger. We enjoy when you come down for coffee, and we hope that'll continue in the future. Again, enjoy your retirement, Berwin. You've earned it. Thank you.
Berwin, spent a lot of years with you, the last 8 years in this city. It's been fun. The stories are endless, and I don't think it's appropriate to tell them here. But we know that you'll be back in this fire station every week, harassing us the way that you do. And we love you for that. We love your stories. We love the way that you control the fellas around here and keep everybody in check. Thank you for your service as mayor, and we will see you next week in this firehouse.
Hi, Berwin. On behalf of Public Works, I want to thank you for your amazing service over the last 13 years. When I came here 5 years ago, you were mayor, and now you're mayor again and leaving us, and that's unfortunate. We're going to miss your history you have with this community, the love you have for this community, and all the support you've given us here at the staff. And I just want to thank you for all the amazing things we've been able to accomplish over the last 5 years. I just appreciate all your mentorship, and we look forward to what you have in store for yourself in the future, and we'll miss you. Thanks, Berwin.
Hi, Berwin. Wish I could be there tonight for the Norco City Council meeting, your last City Council meeting. 13 years of service for the city of Norco. I can't think of anyone who represented the city better than you, Berwin, over the years. You're the epitome of what Norco is all about, animal keeping and a rural lifestyle that's pretty rare here in Southern California. But your dignity and the way you carried yourself in office, everyone in Norco is very proud of you. So God bless, Godspeed, and have a wonderful retirement, and I know we'll be seeing you all around the community.
Berwin, we hear it's our day, or rapidly approaching, retirement. Keith, Richard, and I want to wish you a happy retirement, and we want to thank you for everything you've done for Norco, especially the George Ingalls Equestrian Event Center. You've been instrumental in the growth and the development of the facility. You've always encouraged us and supported us for each and every event. We knew when you were on the grounds, we'd get that magic call requesting Berwin's shuttle. You'd ask us how the event was going, and when we were silent, you would say, "You got this, kid." We want to remind you to visit us, give us a call, and your magic shuttle will come and pick you up. Again, we wish you a happy, happy retirement, and we will try to protect your legacy.
Hey, Berwin, congratulations. congratulations on behalf of our planning division, our building division, and our code enforcement division. We want to wish you a congratulations on your retirement from City Council. Thank you so much for your service, your several years of service on the City Council. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for coming in and saying good morning to us. And I'm gonna miss, hearing you say, "Hey kiddo, how you doing today?" Anyways, again, have a wonderful adventure as you retire from City Council, and again, thank you, and yeah, we wish you the best.
Commissioner Hanna's unwavering support for RCTC's projects and programs has been second to none. For the I-15 project, we held the groundbreaking at Silver Lakes. We put on our boots, our hats, we had the mounted color guard there, all in honor of our commissioner from Texas. Commissioner Hanna, you've been an outstanding member of the RCTC, and we do so appreciate everything you've done. You will truly be missed. Thank you.
Hello, Byrne. Just wanted to wish you a happy retirement and definitely see you around town. Best of luck to you. Happy trails.
Thank you for your dedication to the city. We wish you happy retirement from Fire Admin.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
On behalf of myself and our staff, we'd like to congratulate Berwin Hanna on his retirement and thank him for the many years of pragmatic leadership as one of the Board of Trustees representing the City of Norco. Good luck, Berwin.
Mayor Hanna, on behalf of the entire Riverside County Sheriff's Department and all of the past and present members of the Norco Sheriff's Station, I want to congratulate you on your retirement. I want to thank you for 13 years of dedicated service to the residents of Norco and your commitment to public safety in your relationship with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. Again, thank you very much for your service. I hope you enjoy your retirement. Take care.
Mayor Hanna, thank you for your years of service, your leadership, your support of the Seniors on the Move Transportation Program, the Senior Meal Program, and you're always welcome at the Rosa Meldridge Senior Center.
Enjoy your retirement. Hey, Berwin, Todd here with the staff of the Parks and Building Department. Wanted to say congratulations and thank you for your service to the City of Norco. We look forward to continuing your efforts to make Norco great. Appreciate all your effort and support, and good luck on the future. Thanks so much from all of us.
Berwin Hanna, it's been 10 great years and we're thrilled you joined us for the ride. A lot has changed since you came on board a decade ago, but one thing has remained the same: your passion, your kindness, your leadership, and your honest desire to serve the community and make things a little bit better. Make no mistake, you're a champion of public transportation. And not just in your hometown of Norco, but for all the people of Riverside County who have benefited from you being you.
A decade of service. That's a long time, especially long when it comes to all the great work you've done for RTA.
You were everywhere, always there to support expanded service to growing communities, and you helped lay the groundwork for the long-awaited transfer facility at Amazon in Eastvale.
Mayor Hanna, you were a real advocate for students by supporting free rides for students at Norco College as part of the Go Pass program.
You didn't just make an impression at RTA, you also supported our cause in the community. You showed just how important community involvement can be, which created an interest in public transit.
Mayor Hanna, you've helped propel our success on so many fronts. You were part of it all, proving time and again that you are, above all things, a loyal friend to people on the move.
Mayor Hanna, it's been 10 great years. We're sad to see you go, but we're more thrilled by what you've done for RTA. We're going to miss your cowboy hats, your mad driving skills at the annual rodeo, that Texas accent that can break tension, cool down the heat, and somehow make everything just better. We're honored that you joined us for the ride, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mayor Hanna. Norco High School is very thankful for everything you've done. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, thank you!
Congratulations on your retirement, Berwin. On behalf of the entire Waste Management family, I want to thank you for your 13 years of service to the City of Norco. I want you to know that you really have made a difference in this community and we will never forget that. I have enjoyed working with you, but most importantly, I have enjoyed the friendship that we've shared. I want to wish you a happy retirement, and don't forget to call me whenever you want to talk trash. I wish you the best, Berwin. Take care.
Hey Berwin, We are here at Station 47 with a few of your NARC team members, and we wanted to wish you a happy retirement from City Council. As an advocate for the Norco Animal Rescue Team, we have been blessed to have you as one of our team leaders, and we will be happy to continue having you on part of our service as a team member to advocate for us in the future. Thank you for your time and happy retirement.
Hello, Berwyn. On behalf of the Finance Department, we would love to wish you nothing but the best on this new chapter in your life. Thank you for your leadership over the years. We will miss working with you and just want to congratulate you and enjoy your well-deserved retirement.
Hey, Berwyn. The guys and I here at Public Works would like to congratulate you on your retirement, and we thank you for your years of service.
Berwyn, on behalf of Fire Station 47, we want to thank you for your 13 years of service to the City of Norco and congratulate you on your retirement. Don't be a stranger, the door's always open here at Station 47.
Howdy, Mayor Hannah. Recreation and Community Services would like to thank you for your service to the community and your commitment to increasing the quality of life for the residents of Norco. Our team here would also like to thank you for your ongoing support for the programs and the services that we provide, whether it's We People Play School, Senior Services, Youth and Adult Sports, or community special events such as Concerts in the Park and Your Baby, National Day of the American Cowboy, right here in Horsetown, USA. I'll admit, we're going to miss those jovial laughs in City Hall where you're coming in and saying, "Hey y'all, how you doing? What's up, kid?" We know that's not the end. Berwyn, this isn't goodbye. This is congratulations on your retirement. Congratulations on the next chapter of your life. Happy trails to you. And remember,
Parks make life better!
Mayor Berwyn Hannah, you are going to be missed. Your leadership, very slow, very calculated, and very calming. You are a big man and big shoes to fill, but yet you have such a gentle heart. That smile and the opportunity I had to spend so much time with you over the years. The League of California Cities, the traveling, the attending meetings together, working on projects. You have left big footprints in your legend in Norco. I know you're not going anywhere, but you won't be there on a daily basis, so keep in touch. We're going to miss you and that chuckle that you have, that hat you wear, and thank you for sharing.
Hey, Berwyn, on behalf of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department and Norco Station, we wish you the best. We thank you for your 13 years of continued support you provided our deputies here at the station. It's been great getting to know you, and I look forward to seeing you around town, and we wish you all the best.
Howdy, partner. Berwyn, it's been a true honor and a privilege to have known you and to have worked with you. I picked this location as you were instrumental in bringing Western art to Norco. And this stagecoach is a great example of us supporting and protecting our culture and our identity. Berwyn, you have always been a champion of Norco, and protecting and preserving the large lots, animal keeping, and a place you can raise your family and feel safe. Norco is very, very unique in that its character resembles you in so many ways. Strong, rooted in family values and faith of God and country. You have always demonstrated pride of our community and supported the individual spirit, whether you agree with the individual or not. You have supported Parks and Recreation to enrich the quality of lives of our residents, from the very young to the very old. Today I stand at the George Ingalls Equestrian Event Center. I remember you being part of our focus group before you were even on council, leading us where we are today. You have remained true to make Ingalls a place for our community to enjoy the Western culture. Just over my shoulder lies the George Ingalls Veterans Memorial, a place for us to support those servicemen and women who have given so much to our country. I remember you as mayor at our grand opening, sharing the memorial with the community, the region, and the world. What a day of pride. Today we say goodbye to a friend. a leader, a person who puts the welfare of others ahead of his own. When I think of you, Berwin, and your leadership, your love of Norco, I think of a man who says what he means and lives what he says. I think of you, and it reminds me of the Cowboy Code. Live each day with courage. Take pride in your work. Always finish what you start. Do what has to be done. Be tough, but fair. When you make a promise, keep it. Ride for the brand. Horsetown, USA. Talk less and say more. Remember, some things aren't for sale. Know where to draw the line. Look, Pard, thanks for all the talks and stories. As you ride off into the sunset, you can trust you have left a legacy here that will live long in our memories and given us a path for a bright future. I am thankful to have known you, and we are all so blessed to have you in our life. Happy trails, buddy.
That's a wrap, Berwin.
So now if council will join me down at the dais well. So, Mr. Mayor, if you could come up to the podium, sir. I'm going to stand off to the side here. No, you're still the mayor. In fact, aren't we all mayors? I think, let's see.
Forever.
In fact, we got 5 mayors in the room.
Forever.
Forever. So, first, Mr. Mayor, we want to present you with the gavel you used during your entire term as mayor. Robin, could you do the honors? In which you led significant actions and initiatives for our community. I hope that you display it proudly and that it commemorates your dedication to Norco. Ed, do the honors on the next one. Boot. And I'm not going to, so, yeah. Secondly, we're continuing the tradition we started last year in which we give the mayor the boot. It's a way to say thanks without saying goodbye and is very fitting for Horsetown, USA. However, your boot is special. Not only do you get to keep it, it comes with a personalized belt buckle displaying your years of service to the City Council. We hope you wear it proudly. So you got the boot. So Catherine and Greg, if you could maybe grab this stuff. Yeah, if you could open, this is the fire department, give that. It's maybe split those. So we're sharing the wealth. Certificates. You have received a lot of recognition from our various partners, which are bundled together, but I wanted to have both councilmen there to present things, so we broke up the bundle. You don't have to read them all here. And among the list is a congressional record from Congressman Ken Calvert, a proclamation from Supervisor Karen Spiegel, and certificates of appreciation from Senator Richard Roth, the City of Eastvale, the Norco Chamber of Commerce, and the Riverside Community College District. If you guys could give those to them. We'll get a picture here in a minute, holding all this joke. And now I want to call up Lieutenant Aaliyah. Andy?
Oh, Berwin.
So on behalf of the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, we got you a little patch that you can hang up on your wall there, remembering your support that you provided us and our department. We appreciate that, and also our volunteers. Thank you.
Now, Division Chief Jeff.
Well, I got to bring all the troops up here. I certainly can't handle this plaque by myself, so the guys are going to come up, and while they're coming up, I can't top all the words that were said. You know how much I love you. We love you as a mentor, friend, but I got two small requests. Can you remind us one more time how to say mosquito? I've been waiting for this for a while. Come on. Don't let me down. Yep, there it is. And then one of my next favorite ones is, sit down, son, you might learn something. I'd like to hear it one more time.
Sit down, son, you might learn something.
Stories are endless, but enjoy retirement. We'll talk about those later.
Over. And then to the captain, the crew from Engine 47, if you guys would honor Vernon with the plaque, and then your final words.
Absolutely. On behalf of all of us here at Station 47, Cal Fire Riverside County Fire Department, and both stations here in Norco and Hamner Station, we got this plaque for you. We want to congratulate you on your retirement.
Oh, God.
Thank you.
Chance, Sal, O'Connor, Ricketts.
As soon as he left the quarantine.
Yeah. Right. O'Connor.
Thanks, Barry. We always learn our stuff from you. It's been a pleasure having you around the station and around the yeah.
Yes, sir.
Got a good team.
Thank you, Berwin.
And you know something else before you walk
off?
I requested from a little. I wanted him here. Little did I know we'd have triplets.
Thank you, Berwin.
Love every one of you guys. You're great to work with, and on the animal rescue. When the quarantine's over.
Thank you, Berwin.
Thank you, Merwin. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Captain, thank you.
Thank you.
So now don't go too far away. We want to get a big group picture here in a second. So now what you have to suffer is we're all going to talk about you. So maybe have a seat right there. Yeah, you're going to be last, so you'll know. It says here I'm the first one, and Berwin and I, we actually go way back. Used to be in the late 90s and early 2000s, it'd be me, Greg, and Berwin sitting out in the audience at 12 o'clock at night trying to keep whoever was sitting in those seats on the up and up. Wasn't easy, was it? But man, we got up on every topic. They got tired of hearing about us. Right, John? Yeah. They did. But we were always right, every time. So when I got on council, the late Malcolm Miller, Dr. Miller, Berwin and myself very quickly discovered that the city of Norco was broke. We didn't have a to piss in. Oh, I should have said a pot to put, sorry. And we got together and we sort of said, we're going to diversify income. We're going to figure out a way to make money for the city of Norco. And along the way, some of the things we protected, we had 2 council members wanted to get rid of our sheriff's substation. Malcolm, myself, and Berwin, we fought that. We fought really hard to keep that. Everybody said, you didn't have any money, you got to get rid of it. We said, no, we're going to keep our substation. We fought very hard. Next thing, CAL FIRE. Bye, guys. Probably going to fire. The next thing, so whenever you drive by one of our fire stations, just know that Berwin Hanna helped to put CAL FIRE there. It saved the city of Norco. When you drive by Tractor Supply, know that he went to Texas and somehow figured out a way to get a bunch of stiff shirts to come here and put a Tractor Supply in Norco. That was really the first peg to diversifying our income. Prior to that, we lived and died on the auto mall. Ingalls Park Stagecoach, you ever stand by that? Just know that Berwin Hanna put that stagecoach there. He fought for that. He and I had the worst fight we ever had based on that, because I just wanted to talk about it a little bit more, and ultimately he beat me and we put it there, and I'm very happy it's there. CAL FIRE Silver Lakes. Silver Lakes. Silver Lakes aged me 15 years, and I'm sure it did the same for Berwin Hanna. But when you drive by Silver Lakes, understand that that was a battle that took years and years and years to make happen. It was a fight. And we've had to fight a lot of people, huh, Berwin? The George Ingalls Memorial. People don't remember. He was the mayor the year we opened it, and he was one of the original members of the George A. Ingalls Veterans Memorial Committee. He was there the day we had the shovels in the ground and did not have one penny to build that memorial. And in 6 months, we raised over $2 million in money, goods, and services and built that. I mean, we're all smiling going, and probably only Berwin and I knew we didn't, and Brian didn't have a penny. There are so many things that I could talk about Berwin, and so many things he would spearhead and he would support. Spearhead and support. The truth of the matter is, when you're on council, you don't get a single thing done without the help of all the others. But we came through an era when literally there were 3 of us holding on to a majority of council to make very important things happen. The reality is, you're looking at a guy that in many ways, with the CAL FIRE move, saved Norco. We would not be where we're at today financially, diversity-wise, in terms of our income. We would not be where we are today without Berwin Hanna. I'm going to miss you. Next is Councilman Hoffman.
Well, Berwin, I recall when I brought in the circuit finals here, you were one of those guys. Yes, I bring it, but be careful, son. And we did. We kept it for 9 years here. And thank you for the support you gave me. And initially when I started and everything else, and all the time through the Norco Horsemen's Association. And then you said, finally, you need to be on NART. So there I am. I'm still on NART. I've learned a lot. You think when you grow up on a dairy, you work with cows, you work with horses all the time, you know it all. You have probably forgotten more than most people will ever know. The respect that you have, your care of animals, what you know is unbelievable. You just have it, and most people will never get that. And so I respect that and everything. So then I get on council, and next thing you know, this man, he's taking me, I got to go every place he goes. And it was fun, because I figured out why he was having me. He's a 2 margarita guy. Okay? So I'm the driver. But Berwin, it was fun going out to Palm Springs, Indio, and all those other places. We had our stories to tell. We found out we knew a lot of the same people as we go through the cowboy world. So it was a lot of fun. I get on council, and he's there, and he stays true to everything he talks about, preserving the lifestyle here in Norco and everything else that we do. I guess the most better thing we ever did is I tried to start a little bull riding deal here early on in July, and it just wasn't taking off right. And Berwyn and the Norco Horsemen Association, along with a few other people, said, you know what, let's, Kathy Azevedo, we decided to turn that into the Day of the Cowboy. So hang on here.
Okay, I thought I was going to bring cow chip.
No. Hey, we had to go out and get cow chips. Berwyn, this is the poster from the first cowboy here we did in town. And you were fundamental on the board and all that. We put all that together every time. He sit there and he goes, hey, this is great. Then when you got off, I go, why are you getting off? He goes, I got no new ideas. But you did a lot. We brought the Buffalo Soldiers in here. We had the group from Australia come in here. We brought the gunfighters in here. And it was a lot of fun. And I appreciate you for doing that. And on a personal note, my Texas boy here, for those you didn't know, the National Finals Rodeo ventured out of Las Vegas because of COVID, and they had it in Arlington, Texas. And Berwyn, this hat says NFR Texas on it. So Berwyn, this is the collector's item same day. But who's next?
Catherine.
Well, retired Mayor Hannah, I think public service is one of the most honorable callings that someone can do. And to get there, you have to run for office. My experience running for office one time is it is hard, and you did it multiple times. You kept signing up to do it, and you kept signing up to serve our community. So for that, I speak for myself. I speak for all of the Norconians, our fellow residents. I speak for all of those who were here in the video, who wrote in public comment, who filled up your boot, to really thank you for your dedication to our community, for your years of service, and we look to that example, all of us, I believe, in living up to that legacy. So I thank you very much.
Berwyn. I'd like to just touch base a little on what Kevin brought up about the fire department. That was my first week on city council. And Kevin, these words will pertain to you also, that I'm convinced that is in the top 2 of historic actions that we took as a council and for this city. We were bankrupt, and along with the intimidation, the harassment, you stood tall with that. And I think that at the end of the day, the transition that we had with CAL FIRE was absolutely seamless and remains so today. But you certainly led the way on that and gave me a trial by fire right out of the gate. So I was thinking about earlier, there's 1,000 things. And so a few that jumped out at me was, and hopefully that we get back to having our parades so that you and I can once again ride in the Nart Gator and spend an hour or 2 analyzing the entire city and all the way down 6th Street. And Corinne knows what goes on in that Gator, having ridden with us. So a couple of things that jump out to mind. One of my first council meetings is when we had the roosters and the cockfighters up in the hills. And I had made a comment to one of the people in the audience, and I watched Beth Grove's chin hit the table. So the next day, I got called to the principal's office, and Berwyn had to talk to me about political correctness. Now, I've matured since then, but he couldn't do it with a straight face. Our talks about racetracks, racetrack stories. my two friendly brothers from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. That would take care of any situation we needed. And I'll leave it with this because I know you're not going to go out that way. Ted and Robin, 4 years ago when you were elected, before you were seated, Herb Higgins was sitting up here. And when he walked off the dais, I looked at Berwin and went, he ain't coming back. And we just cracked up, and it held true. So, good luck, cowboy.
Robin.
So a few things that I'd like to share about Berwin. I also got the pleasure of going with Ted and Berwin to several League City meetings and regional meetings. And I'll tell you what, when Berwin walks into a room, everybody knew he was there and he was the center of attention. We couldn't have somebody as a better ambassador for the city of Norco, so that people knew what Norco was about. And those relationships that Berwin fostered are the things that helped to make things like the Hamner Bridge expansion possible. So Berwin is definitely loved. He takes his responsibility in service to the community very, very important, very, very seriously. And then he's always gone above and beyond what's required. As a council member, there's a lot of things that we have to do. There's a lot of things that we should do. And there are a lot of things that sometimes you don't feel like doing, but you feel responsible to do. And then there's other things that you're asked to do, and Berwin in every single one of those situations has stepped up to the plate and served with integrity. He's a member of the Ag Advisory Committee and has been for years and years and years. That's not something that's required. It's not something that he gets a lot of accolades for. He does it because he loves this community and he loves to serve. And so I think that speaks volumes to the type of person that Berwin is that even if he's not in the spotlight, Berwin is still there serving, and it's so incredibly important. And then, you know, coming on to council, it is an eye-opener, and there's a lot of things that you don't expect. And I've appreciated the fact that Berwin also has kind of a little prankster side as maybe somebody else on council. And so the cutout, when I brought up that idea, I didn't have a lot of support. Berwin supported me in that decision. And I think we've had a lot of fun being able to joke around, and it's all been good-natured and in fun. And I think a lot of times being up here on council, it's so serious and everything is so heavy and there's a lot of demands, that being able to have fun once in a while and be lighthearted is incredibly important quality to bring to the council as well. And I just love to hear Berwin's laugh. That little giggle that you have, Berwin, is something else. And so thank you, and make sure to keep the CAL FIRE guys on their toes, even in retirement, please. There's a ninja among us somewhere over here too. So keep them on their toes. Thank you, Berwin, for all of your service to this community. It has not gone unnoticed, and we are beyond appreciative for everything that you've done.
Mr. Hanna, a couple words.
I'll try not to talk as long as Brian and Chad.
Thank you.
I know you guys want to get out of here by midnight. I'll start off over here on the corner. Kelly, I'll tell you, kid, you're something else. It has to come from your mother's side. All the work you do, the smiles, the giggles, and everything else. It's just unbelievable how you put your time to work and still get everything accomplished that you do. I appreciate all that. I appreciate your friendship. I've only known you since you was real young, probably high school maybe. I don't know. But first, I almost forgot. I want to introduce my family first. I'm not used to having anybody here, but let me introduce them. This is my daughter, Ronnie. Her daughter, Becky, my granddaughter. That's her boyfriend, Chris. my grandson Garrett Hanna, and my other grandson Jason Christensen, and then my two Norco daughters, Buffy and Corinne. Y'all know them, you see them quite, but they're my daughters. They pushed me for 15 years or longer doing things. Wherever I was at, they was behind me pushing me. But I've always had their support, love them to death, and these guys here, they mean the world to me and everything. And the thing about it is, they're all employed. That's a plus. Chad, it's been a pleasure the 5 or 6 years you've been here. Couldn't believe the stuff you got done in 2 weeks. That still continues. You just, everywhere you look, you have a public works crew doing something, and I really appreciated that because it took a lot of the heat off of us. I know a lot of times we didn't have any money for anything, but still we were getting things done, and I appreciate that. And I've always told people about the public works crew that most of the time when they get a break is when they're going from one job to the next because they're so busy and they're lifesavers in the middle of the night and holidays and everything. Thank you. Mr. Petrie, we've had our discussions, we've had some arguments, but we've always agreed and we've always been friends, and I've pushed you and pushed you and pushed you for years on Ingalls Park up there, but somehow or another you always listened and we maintained, and we're gradually getting it involved, and then Ted got on board and everything just gets better. We have a good crew up there, and I'm not an I person. Like Kevin said, it takes more than one to get things done. I come with some ideas, and 2 or 3 of the ideas I come with, but it took the whole gang to do it. Andy and Beth Groves, Brian, was to build the second arena. I told Beth we need to build that before we run out of redevelopment money, and they got on the ball and we got it built. And another one, and this was a tough one. Oh God, you talk about horse trading, hard-headed people to trade with, was when I come up with the idea to get the volunteers to work up there at the arena. My God, you'd have thought I'd asked for $1 million loan. You know, the reasons that we couldn't do that. But I stayed on it until we got them up there, and it's been a big help. They take the weight of the work off of the paid crew and everything. It's a good deal. And the other thing, and I had help from other council people to do this, was to open the arenas for 3 days a week for open riding. Nobody wanted to do that, but we stayed, we got it done, and I appreciate everything, Brian. Even though you were mad, but we got it done. No, he wasn't mad. He wasn't mad. And Andy, you've been a blessing to work with the whole time I've been here. You was finance director when I came on, and then we promoted you up to city manager. But I remember the morning that I came down here and I met Kevin. He said, "You're not going to like this." What's that? He said, "We got $65,000 in the bank. We can't even make payroll." That was spooky. And I appreciate Kevin's and Greg's help when we were able to not renew the contract on our own fire department, which was a great bunch of guys and everything, but we had to do something, because I remember one of the first closed sessions I sat in when I came on council, Andy told us that if we didn't do something about that fire department, we were going to be bankrupt, and they still had 3 years on their contract. We had to suffer through that. They said, "Well, we got $7 million in reserves." Well, 2 days after the recession hit, we didn't have $7 million. in reserve. Now, Andy's got that reserve built up. It's because we all made cuts. We cut the crew down in the city hall, the employees. They do a outstanding job of getting things done for the amount of people. We had twice as many people, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it, Kevin? Yeah, we got it down, and we started saving money and everything. But Andy, you've been a godsend to this city, and I hope you continue. And you got Lizette back there holding on to the pen as tight as you did on the check, so that's a good thing. And over here with the lieutenant, you're the fourth lieutenant since I came on board. Ross Cooper, Dan Hedges, Eric Briddick, and you. And I got to say this, whoever the top sheriff was, whether it was Stan or Chad, they've always supplied us with a very capable leader in this city. You guys all fit this city. It takes special officers to put up with the people in this town. But you get by, and you're just like your predecessors. You bring in the right officers to work here, and everybody appreciates it. I mean, all the good guys, the criminals don't appreciate anybody. But I got to say, Lieutenant, thank you. I appreciate you guys, your loyalty to the city, and when they have events, you guys are polite, you're on the ball and everything, and people, you're reachable. People can actually come up and talk to your officers. I'll save you guys till next to last here. It's gonna keep sitting there, boy, you might learn something. Dominic, it's been a pleasure, buddy. All the engineering, the assistance you've given us, and get things done with the storm drains, the streets, and all of this. And it was really nice when I found out you had a cowboy mind. That made you fit right into me. You know, you've done a great job. Sam, you stepped up to the plate, bud. From what you were when you first came on, you've got a little taller. You've moved up the ladder, and you're doing a good job. Matt, you're still hiding behind the screen. But you and your guys are great back there, Matt. I mean, you keep my computers going and everything like that. I appreciate it, and I'm going to miss you guys. If I get something goes haywire, I'll have to call one of the grandkids and do a FaceTime with them and get them to fix my stuff. And that over here, Alma. Let's say, Alma, it's been a pleasure. And I'm so impressed. You moved into an office. You were promoted. You moved into an office that 2 red ants couldn't move around in. And I asked her yesterday morning, where did you get the money to do this remodeling? It didn't come through council. That office has been enlarged. I swear, it's 3 times as big as what it used to be. And she said, well, I'm not through. But she's done a good job. Lizette, already hit, just keep the tabs on the checkbook. You're doing a good job. You stepped right into a good deal there, and we all had faith in you and still do. And Robin, you have always been a pleasure to work with, and all the events we've done up at Ingalls, you and Michelle were right there to assist us in any way you could. The day of the cowboy, we put in a lot of long hours and hot days and everything, but we survived. Myrna, no, I'm beating you out of here by a day or 2. Myrna's going to become an Okie. But it's been a pleasure working with you. Thanks for all your help, and thanks for the last couple of weeks helping me get my paperwork all done and everything. And now I'll get started on this bunch over here. Chief, I didn't know you was going to be triplets tonight. I asked Kelly to bring the cutout. Well, she did. She brought two. Brought the one we had and one that they made, and it's great. And then here you show up, but that's okay. She said, I said, I'm going to send him a picture of that one. No, don't do it till this is over. She must have known you was coming. Chief Tovar, you know, I was a little disappointed when you disappeared. Nobody told me you were leaving. You just was gone with the wind. No more entertainment. Lane was gone, you were gone. Vike closes the fire station down. Puts the yellow chalk around there, nobody can come in and everything, but we're going to survive. Everybody's going to survive. Now, last but not least on this bunch, I'll get you guys in a minute. I don't think, no, Ted, you wouldn't have been old enough either to remember this year, but 1955. I know John's old enough. 1955, we had our first television set. It was black and white. I don't think it was this big. I'm not sure, but I had got hooked on horse racing at an early age because a neighbor down the road from us, every Sunday, he had match races, so we'd go to church, then go to match races. I loved horse races, I still do. Spent 27 years at the racetrack. Along comes John. He can verify this story. In 1955, I remember watching my first Kentucky Derby. There was a horse named Swaps, won it. He was trained by a tall cowboy that wore a hat, and the people in Kentucky laughed that guy, tried to laugh him off of the racetrack because of his cowboy hat. His name was Rex Ellsworth. I never forgot that gentleman. Several years ago, I had the pleasure of going over to his training farm over there off of the Market, Main Street, whatever that is. They called me up to come and plate some racehorses. One of his sons is a veterinarian. So I had to go buy these special shoes and go over there. Well, lo and behold, here comes this little old short guy, about that tall, all bent over and everything, riding a white horse up to the barn. 91 years old is Rex Ellsworth. And I thought, man, you look different than you did back a long time ago. And he said, you think you can help that horse? I said, I don't know, we don't know. He said, well, get those shoes on there and get on that horse there and come down the track with me. So I felt real honored getting to ride along with the great Rex Ellsworth down to watch one of his horses work. And then a week later, he called me back to come and do another, because the first horse I did won at Hollywood Park, and the second horse I put shoes on won at Hollywood Park. But both times I got to ride down there with Rex Ellsworth. That was one of the highlights of my life in horse racing, was getting to meet a man that had won the Kentucky Derby and get to do some work for him and everything. But where John fits in, John told me he used to clean Swaps' pins. So he knows Swaps. He knows what I'm talking about. And Swaps was a runner, but he never produced anything that could run behind him. But I never forgot that image.
Come on.
What's that?
Candy Spot.
Well, yeah, that was one, right.
My Candy Spot soul food.
Yeah, you got him too, huh? But I remember the people in Kentucky made fun of Mr. Ellsworth because he wore a cowboy hat, but he won the Kentucky Derby that day, and that image of that man always stuck in my mind, and that horse. And I was happy to get to meet him and do some work for him before he passed away and everything, because you don't meet famous people every day unless you meet Kevin once in a while or something, you know. But Robin, you mentioned the Ag Advisory Committees. Do you remember how long I've been on there? 15 or 16 years? Long time. I'm very partial to FFA. I was in FFA. I had projects in high school. I had every time that my pigs had a litter, the market dropped, or they all got cholera and died, or something went haywire. So I finally switched over to brood mares because 4-H could have horses. These two guys didn't want me having a horse, but we went round and round, and I prevailed. I had 2 brood mares the last 2 years I was in ag. But I love the FFA. I've always supported them everywhere I could. I've supported your group because I think with the first barrel race that we're talking about, we had some of our group that would set a barrel up when a barrel racer knocked it over. Well, good people, but they didn't have any idea how fast these barrel racers came in, because those announcers up there is just like an auctioneer. So was having to wait, hold up the barrel race. So the next year, I told Ted I want to hire the FFA. That's when I hired you guys to come and set barrels up. And then we hired you for the Day of the Cowboy to do the ticket sales and everything. And somebody said, why do you use them? I said, because they need the money and they're honest. And I know with those leaders they got in there, those kids wouldn't take 1 penny. They're going to come and work because they're well disciplined and an outstanding bunch of students. Every one I've ever known that come out of your classes there is just a great bunch of kids. They've got to be wonderful adults now and everything. Ted, like you said, we've been down the road putting on events and working hard, sweating till way up in the middle of the night and get things done, and good to say they were all successful. We brought in a bunch of good entertainers and everything. It's too bad we couldn't have got the crowds, but I think the hot weather stopped all the crowds from attending and everything, but we still did something that pertained to Horsetown, USA, and our lifestyle. The people here had a chance to come and participate in something that they live for, is to ride their horses. And I'm just glad to have been a part of that and had you on there, and the gunfights and everything. And I don't know you real well, but congratulations on your election, and you'll do a good job, I'm sure, and everything. Good luck. Newton, you're talking about our racehorse days. I got to tell this story. Newton and I was happy when they put the Derby room in. So it's kind of a tradition. Go down on Kentucky Derby morning, have breakfast, and bet on the Kentucky Derby. I don't think we've won nothing yet, but anyway, we have fun doing it. So last year, we decided to bring in a third member. We needed help with our math. So who did we bring in? We brought Councilwoman Grunmeyer. She's a school teacher. But figuring the odds was a whole different type of math than what she was used to. But we had fun. We'll do it again when they open back up and everything. And Kevin, that's all right, what you said a while ago about the stuff we've been through and everything. And I can remember when you come to me and said, we need to build a memorial. And you showed me where we wanted to put it. And you said, we can probably build one for about $1,000. Okay. Well, he said, we're going to have a flagpole and a rock and a plaque. And I said, $1,000 won't even start to fix that hillside up there where he wanted it, because that was one piece of waste ground, you might say. But brought the idea in, he took it to Brian, we all got behind it, and we had, what did we spend, Brian, about $500,000 was the Yeah, and all the volunteers, the people that come to work on it or put in work were veterans and everything. And I tell you, everywhere I go around Veterans Day or whatever, I tell people to come to our ceremony and show them pictures of that. And they're jealous of our memorial up there. That is one beautiful memorial. And even people that come from out of town that have relatives on that wall up there, they're just amazed at that. But that was Kevin's idea with the flagpole and the rock and the plaque. And I remember all the deal about the fire department and CAL FIRE. Oh my God, did we take the heat. But I was glad that night when Chief Hawkins and his other assistant chief came, and then they blessed us with some good chiefs. They all come and they go. I don't know if we're tough on them or not. But I also remember, Kevin, you're right about the stagecoach and all that. We did have a little argument about that. But I remember when you got on council, you had brown hair and Greg didn't limp. Now your hair's gray and Greg don't limp again. He got fixed. So it's been a ride. I've enjoyed it. And I'll say this, like he said, we've sat in these council meetings for years. Never once did I see a whole council get along. There was bickering and fighting, and they would actually vote against something because they didn't like something that the other person wanted. They bypassed a lot of good stuff. And I sat on a few of them that had some slugs on there. But now the slugs have moved out of town and everything. But the last 5 years, I got to say that this is the best bunch that we've ever had in this city since I've been coming to council meetings. We don't always agree. We don't always vote the same, but if you don't vote the same, you only need one person to do the voting. But we vote and we're still friends. We get along, everything, and we can discuss things over and everything. But if you get outvoted, you just go on to the next item and everything. That's let it go. You don't take it over to the next meeting, which is what happened here for many, many years. And John can attest to that. People hated each other on there. They wouldn't go to an event if some of the others was going to be there. And I thought, well, that's too bad for y'all. That's more food for me. So, but anyway, I've rattled long enough, and I appreciate all you guys and everything, and I know you'll do a good job. You'll continue to do a good job, and Andy will make sure of that and everything. And so thanks a lot, everybody. I appreciate everything, and I appreciate all the awards and whatever, and appreciate my family being here and everything. So thank you very much.
Behind and get everybody you can in the photo. Daughters, don't just stand there with it. Yeah, we'll just go up back here and try to maintain your distancing if you can. Fire guys. Come on, get up here, Andy, get up here.
Bring the troops.
Everybody. The engineer.
Come on, Lacey. Get up here.
Come on, Lacey.
Dragon.
Yes, sir.
Puppy.
Come on, get in here. You're gonna be
Put my shirt on.
Got all three of me?
I'm the only one smiling.
Yeah.
All right, man.
I'll take that one home.
Gee, nice if we got hijacked it back to 47.
What's that?
We have that freaking story. They don't want to hear what I have to say. When he got rid of the fire department, I don't know that.
I want to see that belt buckle.
I feel like we need
City Council. If council could take their seats.
Does your dad?
Any cowboys?
Hey, look at
Oh. So, adios, Berwyn. Take care. Good luck. This meeting is adjourned.